Hey everyone, this is Scott from Forgot to Grow Podcast. Welcome to another edition of ReWatching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Today I'm going to be talking about Season 4, Episode 10, The Patriot. I'm just going to be starting off with the plot summary and then just talking about my general thoughts after having rewatched this episode and any Easter eggs or foreshadowing elements I might have noticed. But let's just start with that plot summary, which says, Mace holds a press conference for Daisy celebrating her undercover actions until a sniper attempts to assassinate him. Coulson and Mac escort Mace and PR agent Burroughs, who is often seen near Mace with a mysterious briefcase, to a Quinjet, but it explodes mid-flight. Burroughs is flung from the plane with the briefcase, and the others crash land in the forest. There they find ex-Hydra agents hired by the Watchdogs who have recovered Burroughs' body. In the ensuing fight, Mace tries to get a serum from the briefcase, but it is destroyed and he is injured. Mace explains that he is not an Inhuman, that he was given his abilities by a super serum from the government to create a trustworthy, enhanced leader of S.H.I.E.L.D. After their rescue by Daisy in the May LMD, Coulson tells Mace to continue as the Patriot, the face and political leader of S.H.I.E.L.D., while Coulson takes back command of operations. The LMD May discovers her robotic skeleton from a wound, and Fitz secretly begins studying Ada's decapitated head. So yeah, I really enjoy this episode because we get the background on the Patriot. We finally find out that he's not quite what he seemed, which I really enjoy, like in the rewatch, kind of seeing how kind of obvious it is. But when you first rewatch it, I remember at least when I first watched it, not really putting quite together that there was something going on with this briefcase until they brought it up. In this episode, everyone brings it up at the beginning, which is kind of a little like, hey, in case you didn't notice, he carries a briefcase. All the characters notice. It's time for you to notice, audience. So I just really enjoyed that little aspect. I like that he's not a bad guy about it. He didn't mean to deceive people. He just wanted to do what he could because he wanted to serve his country. He's a true patriot. So I really enjoyed that little bit of backstory on Mace and the Patriot. I also love that in this whole episode we get Talbot. I love Talbot's character. I just enjoy his kind of sass and snark that he has in dealing with these different characters who he's supposed to be friendly with, but he's just, trying to order people around. I particularly love this one line he says to May. He's like, besides my mother, you are the most intimidating woman I've ever met. And it's like, that's fair. May's very intimidating, and I can see how only your mother could compete against that. But I just really enjoyed that little thing from Talbot, just because it's just a fun little thing. But some of the other parts I enjoyed about this, everybody finding out about Mace not being an Inhuman, and the fact that, it comes as a pretty big shock to everybody. No one ever really expected, like, why wouldn't he be Inhuman? So that was a cool part of this episode. We also end up at the end of this episode with Coulson taking back the reins of operations. He's in command again, kind of, but he's not the face of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's just the one running it. So I enjoyed that part because it makes a little more sense. Coulson was the director for so long already. Why would he give it up? Well, I know why he gave it up. He was technically running an illegal spy organization within the U.S., but nonetheless, I still like that he's back in charge of operations and running things. I feel like it just makes things go a little more smoothly from this point, but that also is very arguable because, shit goes down this season. But yeah, nonetheless, and then we have the LMD Mace starting to put together. She discovers her mechanical skeleton or robotic skeleton from a wound she got while she was rescuing Mason, Coulson, and Mac. And I like that this LMD starts to put it together, but she's questioning it. She does a very May kind of discovery of this thing, kind of keeping it to herself. This kind of reminds me of like when May was infected at the beginning of the season with the ghost thing where they see the things. So it's kind of like that. She kind of keeps it to herself at first, and this LMD May does the same thing. She keeps it to herself until she figures it all out. But yeah, I'm excited to kind of get moving a little bit more into this LMD storyline. Get a little bit more, just get a little bit more into it. Once we start getting more of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. replaced, that gets a little bit more fun in this storyline. But yeah, be sure to let me know in the comments below what you liked about this episode, if there was anything you maybe didn't like. Thanks again for joining me today, and have a good one.